Yep, that's right. I've made a mistake on YouTube. Now, what does that mean? It could mean a lot of different things. Did I exploit a dead body in Japan for views? Am I gonna come up with some elaborate I'm sorry dance? Possibly. What about the ukulele? Am I about to bring out the ukulele? No, I would never do anything like that. Definitely not. So what is this mistake that I made on YouTube, you might be asking? Well, it has to do with what I've been doing this entire month so far with Sucktoberfest. So what you're about to hear is my reflections of a dumb little idiot mind, a little peanut-sized noodle brain, going over what has happened this past month and why I am, first off, not extremely happy with what I've been doing on this platform, and how I plan on taking this experience that I've had and growing as a person and as a content creator as a whole. So I've realized something about myself while I've done Sucktoberfest. If you don't know what Sucktoberfest is, a quick little description of it goes as this. I had a plan where I was going to find 31 pieces of the worst horrible content that I can find on this platform and post it every single day, which I have been doing so far, and pretty much just make fun of stupid little videos that I find on the internet. And honestly, for those first couple of days, I was really feeling it. I was having a good time making fun of these little silly projects on this platform, and they were super easy to find. It was just super simple to find like greedy people that are making AI slop horror films or stuff like that like borderline deserve to have their pieces of art picked apart because they're pretty much just exploiting the algorithm game at that point. It's not really, I guess what I'm trying to say is if art is a reflection of self, then that's not what this is. This isn't art because they have nothing of themselves in it. For those first couple of days, it was super easy to find things to make fun of. But a couple of very important things started to happen and I started to notice this happening. The content was getting harder to find. Because I never want to be that type of person that finds a young, starving artist who's just trying to make something and pick it apart for it being bad, if you know what I'm saying. So there's a big difference between picking on something like an ACM official who their entire business plan is to make crappy videos. You know what I'm saying? Where they have like hundreds of millions of views. They have the means to make good things, but they just don't. There's a difference between that and finding somebody's video that has 20 views, them truthfully trying to do something, truthfully trying to get their name out there, but it's incompetently made. And I say that not in a way like you should be better than this, but in a way that you can't expect a baby to eat steak, like in that kind of way, that this is pretty objectively bad, but it's not bad in a greedy way, it's bad in an earnest way, if that makes any sense. And finding where that line is incredibly difficult, and I never want to be that person that hurts other people's feelings because I am picking on their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So after the first week, I started double thinking what I was trying to do here. And then I realized something very important. By about day 9, I did 10 of these things, that I was not the person I wanted to be doing this type of stuff. I heard Drew Gooden say this in an interview where it's easy to back yourself into that corner of being the guy on the internet that hates things. And I'm just not that guy. I'm not somebody who hates everything. And portraying that on this channel would be a disingenuous version of myself. Do I love making fun of bad content? Yes. Will I continue doing that on this channel? Yes. But there's a lot more to me and my thoughts and my taste than just that. I'm also Benjamin Shelby, the guy who loves movies, the guy who teaches Sunday school at church, the guy who loves the outdoors and all of, like, to put myself in a corner on the internet as being known as the guy who hates things is an actual fear of mine. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, Ben, you're not known for anything right now, and you're correct about that. And that's why I think right now is the best time for me to position myself in an area of the internet that I want to be. I truthfully believe, and you guys can have your own opinions on this, that what I've built here with the Derek Barrick war, the personality that I've built here, I think it is a good foundation for possibly a full-time job sometime in the future, which is an absolute dream of mine to be able to support myself by just expressing and making things that I love, which puts me in a weird position right now where I do believe that what I have here and what I'm building is going to take off at some point, but I don't want that video that takes off and pushes me to that next level of a small creator. I don't want that video to be something that I'm not. I don't want that video to define me and put me into a corner where, oh, this guy was making fun of, a Barbie horror movie that some small indie creator made, so that's what he does now. Am I being a little bit too nervous about this? Possibly. But I do think that it's important for me to express who I am on this channel and to make an effort to not be just a negative personality on the internet, because that's not what I want. That's not who I am. And I just think that it's something I need to think about a little bit more. So what does that mean for Sucktoberfest? Well, I still will be doing some of it. If I find something that I think is horrible, like absolute booty cheeks, then I will talk about it. Also, I want to make a valiant effort to promote things that I find interesting, cool, or unique, that I find awesome. And the views on my video over the past 10 days has shown that there is a market for that people actually care to find good things on the internet as well, and they're looking for some positivity, because the second most viewed video through this Oktoberfest thing is the video where I'm positive about something. So that's really telling to me that I don't need to be negative, that I don't need to be this persona of a brooding, angry guy to find that audience that I truthfully believe is out there. So moving on, I'm going to treat this channel like a diary almost. I heard Moist Critical say that, and I think that is the way that I want to do this as well here. That you're gonna see me as a whole on this channel. Things I like, things I don't like, interesting things that happen to me, bad things that happen to me. This is gonna be me. The titles, the thumbnails, everything is gonna be me. Screw the algorithm. Algorithm be darned. I'm gonna do what I find funny, what I find wholesome, what I find entertaining, and I guarantee that those people are gonna come. So I suppose that's all I wanted to say here. Just a little bit of a reflection of this past month. And yeah, moving forward, let's cultivate a positive ecosystem here on the Benjamin Shelby channel. That's all I got for you. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.